Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Collings Foundation F-4 Phantom II returns to flight. San Carlos, California airport renamed for Eddie Andreini. And Elixir aircraft marks first flight of a new airplane. Hello, I'm Christopher C. Odom. It's September 6, 2017, and this is Airborne Unlimited. The only airworthy example of the F-4 Phantom II is flying again thanks to the Collings Foundation. The airplane flew August 8th with US Air Force Rhino driver Harry D-Day Daye in the pilot seat from Ellington Field in Houston, Texas, November 749er Charlie Foxtrot, the 1965-built McDonnell Douglas F-4D Phantom II once flew with the USAF as 65-0749. She is currently painted in the markings of 66-7680, a Phantom II flown by Colonel Robin Olds during Operation Bolo in the Vietnam War. It took an actual act of Congress to make it possible for the airplane to fly again. The Collings Foundation championed an amendment to the Defense Authorization Bill of 1999 to clear the necessary hurdles to fly the now civilian-owned aircraft. The airplane was first refurbished by the Collings Foundation in the late 1990s. It first flew in civilian hands in August 1999, but it was flown only sparingly and was grounded in 2011 for major maintenance. Daye flew the Phantom for about 30 minutes on August 8th, making 3 bounces to regain his currency and type. It is now back on the show circuit, having flown at the Selfridge Open House in mid-August. It was next scheduled to be in the air at the Wings over Houston Air Show in October, though those planes may be changed due to Hurricane Harvey. Half Moon Bay Airport in San Mateo County, California has been renamed for well-known local pilot and air show performer Eddie Andreini Sr. in a ceremony held August 26 on the field. Andreini was a beloved local businessman and local pilot who was fatally injured while performing during an air show in 2014. San Mateo County Supervisor Don Horsley said that the process took longer than expected, as county officials believed that FAA approval would be necessary to change the name of the airport. The process accelerated quickly when it became known that all that was needed was a coastal development permit. The idea was hatched by Sandra Andreini, the wife of Eddie Andreini Jr. She said she wanted to do something to commemorate her father-in-law and considered parks and benches, but they did not seem to quite fit with his legacy. Then the airport came, and we said, duh. It was his home away from home, she said. The county erected a sign at the airport commemorating Andreini Sr. The event was attended by hundreds of people on the lawn of the 3-0 Cafe located at the airport. After the break, Elixir aircraft marks first flight.
The Bristol Light Sport aircraft is what you are looking for. The Bristol is wider than a Cirrus, faster than a Skyhawk, offers more storage than a Husky, and comes standard with Garmin avionics. So what are you waiting for? Visit Bristol.com to find out how you can get into a Bristol today.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
Welcome back. If you'd like to be a supporter of Airborne Unlimited, send an email to jim@aero-news.net. French plane maker Elixir Aircraft recently marked the first flight of the Elixir light airplane and has released a video of the flight to the public. The company said that the flight was conducted by test pilot Daniel Serres following 3 days of ground tests at La Rochelle Airport. The Elixir climbed to 5,000 feet and flew for 45 minutes. After a short break, Sierras conducted a second flight to the ULM Blois Air Show at the Aerodrome at Blois-le-Bril. The Elixir is to be EASA certified with an empty weight of 564 pounds, a payload of 617 pounds, a rate of climb of 1,580 feet per minute, a cruise speed of 153 knots, and a range of more than 1,000 nautical miles. The company reports 10 pre-orders of the airplane as of August 14, 2017. With some 3,000 Aero-TV programs webcast to cyberspace, sometimes it can be fun to look back and enjoy some of the places we've seen, the flyers we've met, and the planes we've flown. Here's a look at one of our favorite Aero-TV classic episodes.
Yeah, actually, it's just a couple of weeks ago. This is a Jabiru J170D, which is a new model for Jabiru.
Jabiru was one of the early light sport aircraft brought into the U.S. when the Sport Pilot Rules was launched in 2004. While at the DeLand Sport Aviation Showcase 2016, A&N News editor Tom Patton found out more about a new model of Jabiru trainer that has been recently introduced to the U.S. Search Jabiru's new J170D, an upgraded and fine-tuned LSA, on Aero-TV's news channel. After these messages, FAA approves Cessna Mustang battery upgrade.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Build and fly with the most exciting line of kit aircraft on the market, the Sonex Aircraft B models. The B models offer more room and comfort, more fuel, more panel space, more engine choices, and the same great Sonex Aircraft flight characteristics. Learn more at sonexaircraft.com.
With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing a few of those other great stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. The FAA has issued an STC to Concorde Battery Corporation, allowing the RG390E30 to be installed on the Cessna 510 Mustang. STC SA02653LA replaces the original equipment battery with a 30 ampere-hour drop-in replacement that is 5 pounds lighter. The FAA has awarded an STC to Swiss Rotor Solutions for the installation of its Maximum Pilot View Kit for the Airbus H125 AS350 helicopter family. The Maximum Pilot View Kit is a completely new design, providing the pilot with an uninhibited field of view below and to the right-hand side of the aircraft. The modification adds a new single-piece bubble door to the aircraft. 5 new cadet programs have been launched by BAA Training that are expected to train as many as 650 new pilots in the coming 5 years. Partnership agreements to support the future talents were signed with Wizz Air, Lao Skyway, Small Planet Airlines, Smart Links Airlines, and Vietnam Airlines. The list of partners is expected to extend to at least 3 more as contracts are about to be signed soon. Jet Maintenance Solutions has received all relevant approvals to launch Bombardier Global 5000-6000 jet type maintenance. Having undergone technical personnel training, obtained all necessary approvals, as well as CAA certificate earlier this month, Jet Maintenance Solutions is now fully ready to provide its top quality services to the operators and owners of Bombardier Global 5000-6000 aircraft. A German trade association says that foreign competition made possible by high taxes and federal regulations contributed to the collapse of Air Berlin, which filed for bankruptcy in August. Michael Frenzel, president of the Federal Association of Germany's tourism sector, said that foreign airlines were able to siphon off market share from Air Berlin, contributing to its failure. Etihad Airways, a major shareholder in Air Berlin, withdrew its financial support after seeing years of losses. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch now. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Here's one way to shatter the stereotype of a Miss America contestant. Miss Vermont, Erin Connor, got into a GA aircraft and flew herself and 2 passengers to an airport just outside Atlantic City, New Jersey for the annual pageant. Connor said she likes to make an entrance anywhere I go. Connor won the title of Miss Vermont in April. She is one of 51 contestants who will be competing for the title of Miss America over 3 days of preliminary events, culminating with the televised finale September 10th. Connor arrived at Atlantic City International Airport in a Piper Aero. She traveled more than 350 miles from Vermont to New Jersey with a stop in upstate New York. She was wearing her grandfather's World War II uniform shirt and aviator sunglasses when she stepped onto the tarmac. Connor earned her pilot certificate at the age of 16 at the Vermont Flight Academy, for which she received credits toward her high school diploma. Aviation is one of the key planks of her platform, Tailwinds, training a new generation of women scientists. Pageant observers believe this is the first time a contestant has ever flown herself to the annual event. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited stream daily, Monday through Friday, with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Keep flying. We'll see you tomorrow.